Hey guys, welcome back to Overtakes. I'm Kel.
And this is Misfit.
And we are here with day 2 of week 5 of the Overwatch League of Stage 3. My god, so many things. There needs to be a new nomenclature for some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because my god, it's too much at times. But,
S3W5.
Right. We're looking at Thursday. We are recording this on Wednesday, so keep that in mind. We're not going to really be able to do too much on the standings because we can't predict the future.
Yeah.
I mean, we try to, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, we don't have a DeLorean, so we can't go ahead.
Right. But, so we're not going to get too much into the standings, but there are still big playoff implications. Starting it off with the first game, we got San Francisco against Florida.
Which is they're coming off a big match against Houston and like a back-to-back late night early turnaround.
Yeah. Which
this is going to be a tough game for San Francisco, man.
It really is.
And on top of it, Florida's playing better.
Mm-hmm.
Although they do have Florida in the early slot, which is usually beneficial to other teams.
But both of these teams are on a quick turnaround.
Yeah, that's true.
San Francisco's is a little quicker. But, I mean, by what, like 4 hours?
Yeah, and if that 2 hours, by the time the Mayhem are done, 2.5.
Yeah.
So, they kind of made this one a little bit fairer than the other ones, where you get, like, New York has a day off, and then the Seoul or somebody comes in, and they played the late night game, and they're playing the early game.
Right.
But at least it's a little bit more fair. Now, I took San Francisco yesterday. I'm not going to take them today. I have faith in my team. Even though the game means a lot to San Francisco, I just like the way Florida's been playing. Granted, I'm not seeing the match against the Gladiators, which I will probably lose my mind at some point, but I think they match up well against them now. Supports are the biggest issue in this. Really. Yeah. The supports for San Francisco are way better than Florida's by tons and tons, leaps and bounds, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Sleepy and Moth are way better than Zupe and Zebasai, which is their biggest handcuff right now for Florida.
For sure. But I think they're pretty decently matched on the other two, on Tank Sense and DPS. They're pretty evenly matched. I
think so too, because if you get, there's a lot of good tracer battles here with Sinatra and Logix and possibly Saya player.
Logix has the potential to be better. If he plays at his best, then I think Florida is the winner in this game. If you get best performance out of Logix, then that is better than anything that Dante or Sinatra can throw out there.
Yeah, and the maps actually kind of favor Florida a little bit.
Yeah,
because they're decent on Anubis. Blizzard World, it's a hybrid map, so they're not good on it. So that map set you just throw out with them. And Nepal is probably one of their better. They're really good on King of the Hill maps anyway. Nepal's one of their better ones.
Definitely.
And 66 is going to be fun.
Yeah. Both of these teams are really good on that map. I think Florida has a slight edge, just because for whatever reason, like Swoosh and Manitou on that map are just fucking beastly.
Yeah, I know, and I want to see more Swoosh too.
Yeah.
Awesome Guy's playing good. I think Swoosh they need to throw him back in there a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't like switching tanks in and out. Like, that's one of my things, but I think he needs to get in there and get some playing time, because he's a good player. And unless they have some plan for him, I don't know.
Right, unless they're planning on putting him back on DPS.
Right, but do they need to?
Right, that's the other question.
Yeah.
Or are they going to have him, like, maybe off tank? I don't know. But at the same time, do you want to take Manitou off?
They could have him learning Brigida.
Could be.
Because people are running that triple setup. They're running two supports and
no off tank and using Brigida as the off tank.
Yeah. They could be doing that with Zappas too, because we have not heard hide nor hair of him all pretty much since he made his debut.
Yeah.
In season or in stage 2 there. I'm going to go with Florida. Also, the one thing that I wanted to point out that I didn't point out earlier with Florida, Saya player on Widowmaker on these maps that they got is going to be a huge difference maker.
Oh, yeah.
If he plays anything like he did on the last few times we've seen him.
Right, and that's one of the biggest keys with Florida is
you got that.
You have Logix playing at the level that he's been at, and then you have Saya player playing the crazy Widowmaker that he has. Like, that's tough to beat.
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm sure on Anubis, they'll probably run Tavik inside player, because you can get because Tavik's got a good Junkrat.
Yeah.
And, and he can switch into Genji, and things like that. So, I mean, but then, you got Blizzard World side player logics, man, all day long on that.
Oh, for sure.
And same thing with 66.
Unless they want to try the good old pharmacy on on Blizzard World. No, we know how well that works, right?
Yeah, well, we'll put Tavik in there. He can run far on first point, right?
Yeah,
sure.
Totally.
We'll have to put Baby Bang in for San Francisco because he's got a better Pharah than the rest of their guys. So
right.
I think we're getting confused with another orange team.
But
anyway, I'm not to say
taking Florida.
I'm taking Florida. I'm not to say San Francisco can't win this game,
right?
And they should win this game. Honestly, I'm just making a point for Florida, and I haven't picked them in like 2 weeks, and I needed to.
Yeah,
I'm not counting picking them against Dallas and Shanghai. That doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick San Francisco in this game. I think that they're gonna come off of Wednesday night feeling pretty good, and they're gonna come in this game and really play well.
I would not be shocked by that. Endeavor, no pun intended.
Haha.
No pun intended that time. I'm not Doa. Let the Bonnies hit the cart. Oh, anyway, man. That's the best one he's done all year.
It's so
It
good.
has nothing to do with this match, but that was... And then I had fucking drowning pool stuck in my head for a day. Bastard. Oh, late 90s metal, I hate you. Anyway, to the next match. We have Boston and their winning streak taking on the Valiant. Now Boston streak come to an end in this one?
This is a really good. This is probably the match of the game or match of the day.
And this could be the first of 2 meetings of the week for these two.
Yeah,
the way things roll out. And Boston, if Boston stays at number 1, they get to pick who they play. You would think if they have a chance to play the Valiant. Ow! If Boston is playing the Valiant now and they get to pick and the Valiant are in there, they already scouted them once.
Right.
So that would be to their advantage. So I think this is a big match for the Valiant to maybe knock around Boston a little bit and maybe sway them from not doing that.
But could Boston kind of use this as we're gonna let you put out your best. We want to see the absolute best because you have to win this game. We don't have to win shit.
And not show them anything.
And not show them anything at all. I could totally see that. I could totally see that.
Maybe they put in a couple of subs just to kind of throw them a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. You're getting into weird strategy things now.
Right.
I mean, which is kind of awesome, actually.
I could totally see that happening. Yeah. And I don't know. But then at the same time, does Boston want to go for the streak?
Yeah.
Do they want to keep that streak going and then just being like, we can show them whatever we want, no one's going to beat us?
Yeah.
Is that the kind of mentality that they're going in with? It seems possible.
Well, it's possible. This is a hard game to pick because of all those reasons you threw out there.
Right. Some
of the other factors in there, like the Valiant have to win.
Yeah. Yeah, plus, the Valiant absolutely have to win. Boston is already in, so they don't really care. And they've pretty much locked up the number 1 seed. I mean, the only thing that could prevent them from that is...
if they lost 2 games this week.
Yeah, if they lost both games this week. I think they'd have to lose a decent amount of maps, too, because they've got
they got a few maps on New York.
Pretty good amount of maps on New York.
I mean, there's a chance they could lose both games. They're playing the Valiant and they're playing the Gladiators, who both have to win.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing that says, boy, they got an advantage going to that playoff if it stays the way it is. When you get to pick, they're not going to pick New York.
Oh, no.
I mean, you get to pick the Valiant or the Gladiators, and you played them already once in the week.
Yeah.
You take your poison, whichever one you did best against, I guess.
Yeah. So I really
don't know who to pick in this one.
They could try to bait out the best possible things that the Valiant could throw at them.
Yeah. I might go with, I'm going to go with the Valiant on all the reasoning you just threw out there, honestly. Okay. I'm going to take the Valiant just for that factor of Boston might not be showing their full hand here.
Yeah.
Which, they're calculated. They're like the Patriots. Mm-hmm. They're run by the same people. Yeah. And they have the same mentality. Which, exactly. The last 3 weeks of the season, if you see Dick from the Patriots, you're not obviously not watching the same games I am because right. they don't try in the last 3 games to show anything, and then they go in the playoffs and people are like, oh well, they locked it up a month ago. They haven't been playing well. Yeah, and then they're in the Super Bowl. But yeah, the Valiant. I'm taking the Valiant. it means more to them than it does to Boston. Now, Boston has, New York's only one game back and has an easier schedule, so they might have to play out. But tied, even if they tie with New York, A, they're still in the playoffs, and B, they're ahead of them in map differential. You got that going. But the thing is New York's got Dallas.
Right. This is a tough thing to pick, but at the same time, even with all of those factors and everything, I still am going to pick Boston. I think at this point, they want to see how far they can get this streak going.
That's pretty valid. Okay. And they really don't have that many subs anyway.
They really don't.
They don't have any DPS subs.
Yeah.
I think they have a couple of, they have a tank sub and
tank sub and they have a support sub.
Snow, I've seen him has he played 5 minutes all year?
Yeah. It's a pretty insignificant amount that he has played.
Kalios plays occasionally. I think. Yeah. Very rare. You might see him.
He's probably the only one that I could legitimately see playing at all.
Yeah.
Just because he's the only one that's had any real experience.
Yeah.
And at the same point, I feel like they've kind of found what they like and they want to just keep rolling with it.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm going to take the Valiant, but Boston keeping the streak alive doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Going 10-0 through a stage and then taking the playoffs, that's a big deal too.
Yeah, they could be trying to make up for a certain perfect season.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Billy?
18-1.
Yeah, they don't. Oh, guess who stands in their way? A New York team. Oh shit, Boston. Remember the last time you were undefeated and you played a New York team?
Yep.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
No.
Anyway, just throwing that out there for you. Speaking of the New York team, 4-0 today?
Yeah.
Playing Dallas.
Not even a question.
The question is, how many points is Dallas going to get? Right. Not how many maps. New York could totally fuck around and play Pine on every map and Janice and
they could still sweep them. That's the scary thing.
And just sit.
They could fuck around with this game.
They could 6v5.
Yeah, and that's just how good New York is, and how much of a dumpster fire Dallas is.
CBOB can fucking quit every match.
Just rage quits halfway through.
He could Torben spawn. And they'd still win.
Right.
Someone's got to beat Jake on Torbjorn.
This is how they're going to recruit Dafran to the
yeah. We need
the Overwatch League.
Yeah.
They're going to have Sabiobi play Torb.
We need a Torb player. There's really nothing to talk about other than New York is, if they win, they're in.
Yeah.
They're locked in. They're pretty much locked in anyway, unless they lost both matches, which I don't see happening this week, because they got Dallas and Shanghai.
Yeah.
Now, if you're New York, like we were talking about in the last match, do you have your good players scouting the playoff teams? Not your good players, your A lineup. You have your CBOB and Janice, or your CBOB and Meko and Mono and all that.
I feel like New York is almost less concerned with that kind of thing. They just like to go in and fuck shit up every single game.
Yeah, in a calculated, cold-blooded
Absolutely,
manner.
Yeah. But, they're just it doesn't matter the opponent to them.
No, it doesn't. And Dallas is in the way, and Shanghai's in the way right now, this week. For them to...
Right, so, they barely even have to scout those people anyway, so they're probably going to be watching the other games, kind of seeing what things they can do and whatnot, but, these games are really of no concern to them. But then also, I feel like they want to take these games, because they have the feeling... They have to have the feeling that Boston... If Boston's going to lose, it's probably going to be this week, and then they could sneak into that top spot.
Yeah.
Because they do have the map differential as of this point. As of recording, they have the map differential advantage.
Yeah.
It's just by 1. It's just record that Boston has the full advantage right now.
Yeah,
and if they drop one game, New York can absolutely jump in.
If by chance the Valiant sneak up on them in the match before this one, Dallas better hold on to their assholes, because they're going to get... Bad things are going to happen to them.
Right. Because New York, I can tell you right now, New York very much wants to pick who they play.
Yeah.
If they get that chance, they absolutely want to do that. And they want... Because I don't know who exactly they're going to want to pick, but if they get the opportunity to pick, they want to do it right then and there.
Yeah. The Valiant beats Boston. I'm picking Dallas... I'm picking Dallas. Holy shit, something's in this water.
Honestly?
I mean, I'm picking New York, but...
Yeah, same. And honestly, I could see if New York does sneak into that top spot, I could see them being like, we want Dallas first. Or we want, not Dallas. We want Boston first.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Try and get that out of the way.
And you have the Valiant play the Gladiators. If it stays the way it is right now,
yeah,
you have the Valiant playing the Gladiators, which is a fucking 5-map war.
Yep.
And I mean, not that Boston's not going to be a 5-map war, but them if they play it on Sunday.
But it's like if they're just like, if we want to get this out of the way,
yeah.
That way it's like we know they don't even have the like whether if they lose, it's like okay, we lost to the better team earlier. And it's like, you don't even have the agonizing thing of like, oh, you have to wait until the last map. Like, I could totally see them be like, we want the best right now. Bring them on.
Yep. And then, honestly...
we'll take our chances with whoever else in the last match.
And they're the best team, so, I mean, well, right now, in the stage, Boston's the best team, but... So
overall, New York is the best team, hands down.
And hands down, yeah, we don't even have to talk about that, but they match up so much better against the Valiant and the Gladiators that why not take on Boston first?
Right.
And Boston...
Because they have to know that they're going to be the team that has the best chance. Because I don't feel like the Valiant or the Gladiators have a very good chance going against Boston.
No, they don't. The Valiant, I think...
I think the Valiant probably have a better chance.
A slightly better, not
but
much.
They're
right on the same level. Like the Gladiators and the Valiant are really right on the same level. But the
Gladiators are a little more consistent.
You don't know what the fucking Valiant, though, what the hell's going to happen.
Exactly.
They could lose earlier in the week, later in the week. Who knows what that...
Right. And, yeah, this is all predicated on the standings staying the way that they are. And if history is anything so far, just in the very short history of this league, that doesn't mean anything going into this final couple matches.
Because, I mean, they got Philadelphia for the last match of the week.
Right.
Where by that point, things could be sewn up for them even.
Right.
Where it just matters for Philadelphia. But who knows with the way they play. I mean, and they're playing Boston. It's not like they're playing a shit team. They have to win both games against really good teams. Or they could be where they've been the last 2 stage playoffs.
Right.
We were in. How are we in 7th place now? You know?
Right. Exactly.
But... you can't even really talk about the match with New York and Dallas.
It's just...
It's worse than talking about Shanghai. At least Shanghai, you can go, hey, they're playing better. This is going on. But Dallas, it's just like...
Like, they don't even have anything to gain because I feel like half the people on this roster are not even going to be with the team next season.
And most of them, I don't think, want to be on the team.
Yeah. Most of them are probably going to be bailing as soon as they can.
Yeah, because...
They're going to be like, give me that final paycheck. Peace.
Later. Okay, so that's going to do it for Thursday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit us up on social media. All the links are going to be down below. Don't forget about High Noon Pick'em, the 200 people subscriptions. We get the prize for that, and after stage 4. Also, we'll be doing some stuff later on in the weekend when we get closer towards the playoffs and when we start knowing what's going, where we're going to be at with that. We'll have some things going on. I'll probably do a Discord during the playoffs. We'll have a watch party thing. I'll be on there to start, and then Kel will join up later.
Yep.
And then we'll do a recap on Saturday and preview into the playoffs on Sunday. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will talk to you later.
We'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.